Well, hey there, friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day out there in your gardens. It's about 4 p.m. on August 18th, and it's time for another garden walk and talk. Well, it's been quite a week here at North Lawn. Earlier this week, Grace got sprayed by a skunk. Then my daughter got her learner's permit. Say a prayer for me. And then a few days later, I turned 40. The star of the mid-August garden is definitely the Limelight Hydrangea. Let's get a close-up on her beautiful blooms. Oh yes, she sure is lovely. Really not much has changed down the main flower walk. The incredible hydrangeas have changed from white to green. Limelights are looking lovely. There are a few noteworthy dahlias in the main flower walk. Right here we have Blue Boy. And back behind Blue Boy we have Diva. I've been storing these tubers for a few years now. This is one of my favorite purple dahlias, but Blue Boy is quickly becoming a close second. This week I also removed the jewels of opar from around the stone rug. The plants had gotten so big that nobody could sit in the bench anymore. I don't think I planted these on camera. I'm pretty sure these are called Treasure Trove Rudbeckia. I don't think this is going to be their permanent location. I'm not sure. I want this bright yellow back here. What I might do is plant these around the flower stand next year. Now when I cut back the catmint in mid-July, it was looking a little bit bare in this area. So I came in with blue suede shoe salvia. And you see all of the bumblebees on this agastache. This thing is humming with pollinators from dawn to dusk. And actually, just a few minutes ago, I caught this on camera. A goldfinch came, landed on this agastache, and was chowing down on, I guess, the seed. I'm guessing that's what it was after, unless it was after the verbena that's in there too. But anyway, this is such a great plant, and you know what? You can find agastache at the nursery for next to nothing. Now let's take a look back here where we have some ironweed in bloom. Now I never planted this ironweed. We used to live next to a wildflower meadow, and when we lived next to that meadow, the seed would just kind of blow over here and plant itself. So I have ironweed and goldenrod and asters, thanks to that small period of time when we did live next to a wildflower meadow. So yeah, I think things are looking pretty good over here. Grace, what do you think? Things looking okay to you? She's like, things are smelling gross, Mom. My face smells like a skunk, but I'm still a happy, happy lady. She's loving the sun today, loving it. I recently was away for about 2 days in Villanova, Pennsylvania, and when I came home, all of my Nicotiana plants had died overnight. I think they were attacked by aphids. I saw a lot of sooty mold all over the stems and the leaves. I saw some aphids on the plant, but it didn't seem like enough aphids to kill them. But anyway, that's why the Nicotiana that was in these lovely planters with our Mexican bush sage is no more. I had to pull that out. I guess that was about maybe a week ago that I had to pull that out. I think the last time we walked around the garden together, this was just a sea of green, but now we're finally seeing some different colors. We've got our incredible hydrangeas, which are green now. Then we've got Limelight, Strawberry Sundae, and then Limelight Prime. So it's nice to be able to have the white, the pink, and the green here in the book nook. I'm really enjoying how that looks at the moment. Just a nice cozy spot to grab a book from inside the garden library. Grace, are you going in the library? Yeah, I've got a bunch of fans in the library still, not just because of the skunk smell, but also because of the mosquitoes. I've even got Asian tiger mosquito in the library, so I have to set the fan right next to me and just blow that fan directly onto me. That's the only thing that seems to work with really keeping the mosquitoes at bay. All right, so that is how the book nook looks. Hey Grace, you want to come to the raised bed garden? That's how the book nook looks in mid-August. Oh, also I placed my fall bulb order today with Longfield Gardens. If you guys are looking to place your order, I wanted to let you know that my code for this year is NFF2026. That'll get you 20% off anything at Longfield Gardens. It just excludes bulk buys. So let's take a look at some dahlias. Look at this one. This is a beautiful lavender dahlia called Lilac Time. Right next to that, Great Silence. We've got a sunflower that just popped up next to the raised bed. I did have to pull out the snapdragons that were behind these sunflowers because they all got rust last week. I don't know which way to go. I'm going to put the name of this one on the screen because I haven't even pulled the tag out of the ground to remind myself. I think it's a big long name. Which way should we go? Should we try to sneak by this sunflower? Yeah, let's do that. This large white dinner plate dahlia is called Florel. Beautiful. Cafe au lait, looking gorgeous as always. I still don't know what this dahlia is, but I love it. It's supposed to be purple Tahijo. I don't know what it is. Is it Mom's Special? I don't know. What do you think? Okay, this bloom is going over big time, but this is Vancouver. That one is gorgeous. We'll definitely have to cut some of these together. I did cut some Bahama Mama the other day, and these have just been sitting outside. They're kind of wilting in the sun. But I really like Bahama Mama. The strawflower plants are looking a little bit tired at this point in the growing season, but they're still producing so many flowering stems for me. Almost every single bouquet that I have out at the flower stand daily has at least 2 or 3 stems of strawflower tucked into them. Today at the stand I have the last of my Lisianthus, the last of my snapdragons, which I pulled out because of the rust. I have some incredible hydrangeas in those bouquets. And then, as I mentioned, I have strawflower in them also because you just can't beat strawflower. It's just stunning. And it lasts forever in the vase. Just feels so good about putting this kind of a flower into a bouquet. There's not really anything new or exciting over in the hydrangea room. Hey Grace, can you walk through the hydrangea room for me? Can you see if there's an apple ball over that way? Let's go see if there's apple ball over here. But it's just nice and peaceful. At this point it's all green. Really, no pink, no white, no blue. Everything's green now. And if I back up, I can show you the view from this fence area where we have the other gate. This is where we have the water tower, some extra wood, and I've started to prepare this area for planting. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do here yet. Probably I'm going to do a stone pathway leading into the garden. Uh-oh. Time out. Gotta get Grace back in the backyard. 1 second. Before we head over to the driveway garden, we can stop here at the Beastro garden. I did decide to remove all the jewels of opar from in between the stones. You know, it looked okay for a while, but once the plants got really large, you could barely see any of the stones anymore. And you know what? I'm really trying to just get a lot more airflow in here and honestly have less plants, because I'm thinking less plants equals less mosquitoes. I hate saying that, but I think it might be true. Anyway, the other thing that I did was change out these pots. Now, these did have white geraniums and white lobelia in them. The white lobelia looked great. It didn't need to come out. But the white geraniums, they really did not do well. I mean, I think they looked good for maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But man, the white flowers were turning brown. The leaves were turning yellow. So I swapped them out. Let's take a look at this one. It's a little bit quieter over here. I just pulled everything out and I replaced the larger containers with Rosy Posy Penstemon. I really like the way that looks. This is just one plant right here. I think that cost me maybe $5.50 over at Fisher's. And I just put some moss underneath it. I'm still looking for a pot for right here. I'm just going on a treasure hunt at our local antique stores until I find one that's approximately the same size as this one, which I got for, what did I get that for? $26, $32? It wasn't a lot. So once again, sorry about my shadow. Once again, Rosy Posy Penstemon, just one plant with moss underneath. And then one plant right here. This is some kind of sedum that I picked up. Once again, just one plant. And these are all perennials, so we can stick them out into the landscape. There's Grace. Grace, you can't make a run for it, okay? I love you too much. You're gonna have to stay back here while I go over to the driveway garden. All right, the light looks beautiful right now. Check this out. The lime lights are glowing. They should be called glow light. This week we have the Millennium and Serendipity Alliums blooming in the driveway garden. The pollinators love these flowers. Does anyone know how to tell the difference between Millennium and Serendipity Alliums? I don't know how to tell them apart. Nick is home from work. He cut his middle finger on a floral knife that we got from Terrain. So he didn't have to work quite as hard as he normally does. Okay, want me to cut that out? Okay, we might cut that out. But anyway, I thought, you know, I never show up in front of the camera for these videos, and I don't think I need to, but it might be nice to see some scale, especially next to these limelight hydrangeas, because, I mean, what do they say at the nursery, guys? Do they say 6 by 6 or 8 by 8? More like 8 by 8, right, honey? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's more than 8 feet tall.
More than 8 feet tall, yeah. 9 by 9, 10 by 10?
10 feet tall, maybe.
Nick says he thinks it's bigger than 10 feet tall, so I'm definitely going to take his word for it. And we won't do another full tour or anything, but I just thought it might be nice, since we do have Nick for a few minutes, to just take a look at how big these lime lights really get, because it's hard to tell when someone's not standing next to them. And I'm 5 foot 5 inches tall, or at least I round up to 5 foot 5 inches tall. I think this is a little skipper moth right here. I'm not totally sure. Little bee, little moth, it's so sweet. I do think it's time to prune these limelight hydrangeas up a little bit higher, just to get a little more air moving underneath them. And even this morning when I was in the library, I was looking at this cryptomeria and thinking, I think I need to take a few more branches off this, not because I really want to, but because I want to get more airflow into this area and I want to get more sunlight into this area. At least these lower branches could probably come off. And can you believe how huge this thing is? Now, when our daughter was in elementary school, and like I told you at the beginning, she just got her permit right now. Oh, are we doing this, love? How big was that tree when I bought it? Maybe this big? We probably have some footage of that on my old channel that was dedicated to the knitwear company that I used to own. You can probably see like a winter video when this cryptomeria was probably 3.5 feet tall. So that's how much it grew over the course of 10 years. So let's just go back here for scale too, because these incredible hydrangeas are almost at their mature size. One more year and I think they'll be 4 by 4 feet tall and wide. And I just love these Henry Studio pots. I think they're the right scale for this area. Whenever I'm looking at a pot and I'm wondering, should I buy it or not? If it's ginormous and I can't pick it up, I think, yes, I should buy that pot. Nick likes hearing me say that, right, Nick? Does that mean Nick has to pick it up? We don't even need to buy her dog bones. She can just take an apple from our trees.
Yeah, we'll probably get her dog bones still.
Yeah, we probably will. Hey, you know, check out that crab apple right there. I rarely show that.
Yeah.
I got that at the Tractor and Supply Company for $20.
Yeah.
And I think I planted that 5 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
So 20 bucks. And look how tall that is now.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Sun is beaming into the camera.
Oh, sorry about that.
I don't know.
Anyway, this is probably good. Thanks to Nick for just helping me out for a few minutes. But I know when I watch videos, I really like seeing a person just standing in the garden because it really does help with scale. And you know what else has been a huge help this year? The fact that we doubled up, that Nick doubled up these raised beds for me. And I'm hoping, honey, maybe for my 40th birthday, we can double up these too next year also.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it makes sense because the land kind of slopes down and this one's a little bit hidden, but these ones are still just one box,
Well,
whereas we've doubled
It
these.
won't be weathered until like a
Yeah.
couple of seasons, so.
But there she is, North Lawn, in all her August glory. Well, I guess now we're heading over to White Wing Farm. Yeah, I was just telling them we're heading over to White Wing Farm near Longwood Gardens
Okay.
for my birthday, our anniversary. Yeah? All right.
Apple, Grace. Get the apple. Go get it. Go get it. Yeah, get it. There you go.